Good Friday morning to you. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich, and this is your outlook for January 16th, 2015. We're going to have a cold front move through the area today from our north here. It's going to drop down and not going to have much in the way of precipitation with it. I wouldn't be surprised if you get a flurry across the far northern areas here, but you have a cold front sitting here like this attached to this area of low pressure. This is going to move to the south here, and as it does, the winds are going to pick up a little bit. You're going to have wind gusts as high as 30 miles per hour across our coverage area. Pretty much the entire area here. This is going to rush in some cold air behind it. Another Arctic blast behind it here, but that Arctic blast looks like it's only going to hold for one day. So here's a look at around noon here on Friday. You can see maybe a flurry snow shower up here across the northern tier here, but you can clearly see where this front is here, right along where the 32-degree line is. And as this is pressing down to the south here, it's bringing the winds with it as well. So just during the day today, we're expecting this, and then we get to this evening here, it pretty much crosses through the entire area, and then we don't have to deal with any threats of precipitation after that as high pressure moves in. Okay, we're going to go a little bit further now, and we're looking at Saturday now. High pressure is going to be control over weather. So it's going to be a mostly sunny day, but obviously very cold compared to what it was on Friday. But then we get into later Sunday. Now this is a system offshore. A area low pressure is going to be developing ahead of this system here, and there's an wave of low pressure that's going to develop near the Carolinas, and as this cold front that is coming through with this system here is actually helping to spin this thing up here. But the last couple of days have shown a myriad of solutions here with the European model. Actually, the last run, actually we're looking at, this was early Thursday morning, the run of the European model is taking this thing right over New Jersey and really bombing it out. And since it came so far west, you had some very heavy rain over eastern PA and New Jersey. Models have changed since then, so now we're talking about more of a progressive system that the GFS and the Canadian had all along. So this system moves in quicker, so when this low develops down here, it brings all the precipitation further offshore and then out like this. So and this is actually the newest GFS here, newest GFS run, and you can see it does develop that area low pressure offshore here, but you can see where the precipitation barely gets to the coastline of New Jersey. And then this weak area low pressure heads up to the north here. So, nothing to worry about with that. And then this little warm-up we're going to have here on Sunday is not going to be warm at all. I mean, you're going to talk about temperatures that might get to the 40 or low 40s, and that's your January thaw, and that's it. And after that, we get back into the cold again. Now we're going to go a little bit further in time here. We're going to take a look at this. We're actually going into Monday and Tuesday here, where it looks like it's going to be dry. And then our next system we're going to be dealing with is a weak system coming out of the Great Lakes region here. Now this is the latest GFS here showing what it looks like here for Wednesday, and this system will be affecting parts of the area here. Uncertain on precipitation type and track with this system here. It could be rain or some very light rain, or maybe a light mix or light snow, depending on the track of this low pressure. So this is a weak system coming in here, a little clipper system. This is going to continue to move through the area here, depending on where it tracks. If it winds up tracking further south, we'll get into the more wintry precipitation if it ends up down here instead. So this is the latest projection from the GFS model, but you can see precipitation is very light regardless, and you're not dealing with much in the way of precipitation. It tries to develop it offshore here then as we get into later on Wednesday. So we'll keep a close eye on this. Sometimes these have a tendency to overperform. If they can come down here, it comes south of our coverage area here. If we do get something going south and then heading out in this direction here, you might be able to get some late development and get some enhancement to it. But right now it looks like it's a toss-up between whether if it tracks like up to the north like that, you're going to have more warm air involved in the system, and if it tracks to south, you would have a little bit more of a wintry side to the system. So models have been going back and forth with this, and whether it was going to be there or whether it wasn't going to be there. Whether or not it was going to be there. Of course, the European model showed a couple days ago, like 1 to 3, 2 to 4 inch snowfall out of it across the entire coverage area. And then every model lost it, and now they're starting to bring it back a little bit. So we'll keep an eye on it. This would be Wednesday of next week, and that's going to be the max range of our 6-day forecast period. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich. That is your outlook for January 16th, 2015. Have a great Friday.